he has a full sim rig in the back.
This colour is very rare with SR20.
Oh my god.
There we go.
How did you get this in here?
That is wage. Have you had a hold of that?
Have a feel, Josh. They're Phillips.
Yeah.
Oh. So what's happening?
We're just gonna get dropped straight into like the best sim rig ever.
So a man is coming in a two-tone Silvia.
Yeah.
His name is Lawrence.
That he daily drives.
Lawrence daily drives this, and we're staging him driving in.
Yeah.
No, this didn't happen a minute
Because
ago.
this didn't happen a minute ago, and we need to do this for the YouTube video.
I'm really surprised when it turned out.
So Lawrence is going to come in. We're going to act surprised like we were a minute ago, but we didn't film it because he's got a sim rig in a two-tone S13. Whoa! This is totally natural, and we did this first take. What's happening? Nice.
What's the crack?
We totally didn't stage this at all. Great to meet you.
This is so natural. Oh,
what a
guys.
natural thing. Hey everyone. Whoa.
Oh jeez, that's been so long. What's the crack?
Good. So we completely staged this whole situation here, and we wanted to tell you that because this is just showing you that YouTube is full of staged falseness, but it's very funny. Lawrence showed up a minute ago in his really nice two-tone S13, and he has a full sim rig in the back of it, which is incredible.
It's not usable right now in the back of it.
No.
You can't.
But please tell people, you daily drive this car.
Daily drive it, yeah. Bought it back in 2013. Kind of found it at the side of the road, hung over a wedding story type of thing. Yeah, kind of fancied the look of it. Sunday morning, hung over, found out who owned it, and then ended up driving it home that morning.
Wow, really?
So yeah, that was kind of mad. And the fun part was, it was my wife, my girlfriend at the time, who convinced me to get out and like just find it, because it was like
it was just on the side of the road.
It was
like
at the side of the road. It was like parked, and it was obviously in use.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'll just go out, find out who owns it." She had no idea, right? She had no idea that I was saving money for an engagement ring.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Look what I got her. That's when I knew she was the one.
Yeah. She didn't get angry.
Yeah, didn't get angry. She was kind of angry that she had to drive home our car, or other car, because that was in Clare.
Did you buy it on the spot, like?
Bought it on the spot.
Really?
Yeah. Drove it home that day.
What?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even for sale, was it?
It
like
wasn't for sale. Your man worked in a garage. It was, at the time, it was black. It was non-turbo.
Yeah.
Standard suspension, open diff, absolutely everything. And it had tax, it had NCT.
Wow.
It was dirty. Your man was like daily, but he only lived like just up the road, so it was in daily use. Yeah, I wanted it. Like, you know, I was, even at the time, I had my 180 SX drift car. You never saw these on the road. I wanted it. When I found out then that your man was thinking about selling it, and that it was within my budget, I was like, I'll have some of that. So. And
you've done you've done a kind of a mini restoration on this, or a full deep?
It went deeper than
than you wanted to, which was what always happens.
Yeah. I always say it was like, even at the time, I got it done up in 2018, and I got myself a turbo PS13 for GTR 32 money at the time. But it was money well spent, because I daily drive it, and you know, you could buy a brand new Fiesta and it would have cost me more over the years than this car.
Or this is appreciating as well, you know what I mean? So I know we don't think about it like that, but it makes you feel better when you try to rationalize your bad decisions.
There's something nice as well, though, isn't there, for the people who got in when the prices were low.
Yeah.
A party still sees it as a couple of grand.
Exactly, always.
And if you're not planning on selling it anyway, what's it worth? Like, wrapping it around a ditch is the same cost no matter what. I get away with daily driving it because I have a handy commute, and I can work from home. My wife has a car, so if I need to transport parts and stuff, like usually, like, it would have been crap arriving in a Volvo.
No, I really appreciate this. I love the fact that you keep it on standard reel, so it looks completely stock, but it's got the aero kit on it.
So I'm a big fan of 15-inch and 4-stud, but to make these look good, 15-inch 4-stud, you have to slam them on the ground. And that just wasn't practical for me, so I get away with a little bit of arch gap, and it looks right. I can put it through the NCT exactly as it is.
That's incredible.
It's class. Like, I drop my kid to school every day in this. I go to the shops in this. Absolutely everything.
But check it out, standard steering wheel.
Yeah, so that steering wheel's off a 200 SX. It's not the standard one for this
car. Okay.
But it's
nicer.
And like original Silvia mats, S15 seats.
Nice.
It's got all the bits and pieces that I've always wanted over the years.
And We may as well just pop the bonnet. I know we've asked before, but so you've kept it looking relatively bone stock, but
yeah, it
has an aftermarket turbo.
A lot of people often use the word sleeper with it.
This is a sleeper though.
Yeah,
I know an S13 isn't a sleeper anymore because just even seeing one is like, oh my god, but
yeah. And most of these would have come with, like, this colour is very rare with SR20. This is not the original colour, not the original engine. I had to build it because they only made about 3,000 of them ever. So if you want one of these, you have to build it. There's no way. And the second, if you got one in the original colour with an SR20, it's going to be worth an absolute fortune to a collector. But
you won't want to drive it and enjoy it then, like.
Exactly, and like I want to enjoy this every day as much as I can. And like, this hasn't been cleaned since 2018.
Wow.
Since I got it, it's just like maybe some mechanics pulled the rag over some stuff over the years. Yeah. But it's just, so it's running a 2871R, Nismo 550 injector, Z32 AFM, Nismo fuel pressure regulator, Power FC with the hand commander.
A good reliable setup, like.
Yeah, so if I've no gauges or anything on the dash, that was a really important thing for me, was just get it as OEM looking as possible. So often people hop into the car with me, and even though it's got a loud exhaust is, you can put a loud exhaust on anything, but then when I go, people are like, what the hell is in this? What engine is in this?
I think you were the first person to like do a kind of a subtle resto mod on one of these in Ireland. It was like you're ahead of your time, because a lot more people will do this in years to come when the value goes up, but like, you just did it for.
When I bought this, it was NCT tax, had everything. Bought it for $2,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Non-turbo. That was 2013. And the lads that I drifted with, they ripped me apart. They were like, you're after buying a rolling shell for $2,000, you idiot. Like, that's all they saw it as, was, you have to put a turbo in it. I daily drove it with the non-turbo till the end of 2016, I think.
Wow, right.
That's when I started like taking this apart. Even though I'm not the most mechanically, I work with computers. Yeah. I'm not the most mechanically minded. I wanted to learn a lot about it, so I ripped the engine out myself, got some help from friends, and just wanted to learn about the car, know where all the rust was and stuff. That's why, like, I won't even let anybody watch this, because if there's a new rust bubble or whatever, I want to know about it.
Exactly.
I want to know how serious it is and all that. I don't want to just ignore it, put it in a shed, and I don't want it to be a show queen that never gets used.
Exactly. Because then you don't have the attachment to it.
Yeah. I can get away with it, just because of my commute and because of the way my life is. Handily enough, like, I still need to clear speed bumps and stuff in town, but it's
and you get to do it. There is, you know what I mean, and it still has all the nice bits. Like, it's got a lovely aero front bumper, like, and at least you're not hopping it off speed ramps.
Like, I'd love to have a lip on it, but it just wouldn't be practical. No, it's cool. It's unreal to be able to do it, and I felt for the day that's in it. Bringing your rig, what better way to it, because you have to see the boot.
You need to show us the boot.
It's pretty funny.
Even just in there, like, that's hilarious.
Here, I'll pop open the boot.
Oh my god.
There we go.
How did you get this in here?
That is waged. These panels might have come loose a little bit.
Oh my god, man. I love how practical you've made the S13. It's beautiful.
It's all part of the crack.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm delighted you came down in this.
Daily driving. I bring my kid to rugby. Right, there's a lot here. This is the main rig. So, like, all this stuff, the story behind it, basically, right? I get this stuff for review. I only have so much space in my house. I don't sell any of this stuff because I do hardware reviews, and if I sell it, it's kind of like getting paid for a review. So I generally give a lot of stuff to friends and all that. So it's and give away a lot of prizes as well. So we, like, in the last 3 years or so, I think we've given away like 15 grand worth of stuff on the channel. This is the biggest giveaway, but it's not really a prize. This is really kind of a thank you for being Juicebox and all that, because you've been unreal over the years. Like, so many people appreciate. I chat to so many people and they just appreciate what you do. Like, you're very much keeping the car culture alive, even during a time when it was very, very difficult. It's getting a bit more, we're getting older, people have a bit more disposable income in general, the generation that are into the 90s cars. So there's a resurgence, and like your barbecues and stuff, and this would be classed to like roll out at a barbecue.
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely deadly. The rig is from Track Racer, and they're a class they do probably about 10-15 different types of rigs. This one is absolutely savage for what you need. You'll see it in a while. So these boxes are for the rig. There's another Track Racer box down here. The steering wheel, and have you had a hold of that?
Have a feel, Josh.
Like it's so snappy. I just
feel like a Formula 1 driver.
The quick release that's on it is actually, do any of you have an NRG quick release? No. It's pretty much exactly the same as an NRG quick release.
No,
and
their stuff is quality.
all the power and communications goes through there, so you don't have to plug in any cables.
Wow.
Put it into one of the cars.
Yeah, just driving around with it like. Just rocking up to McDonald's with the fucking most intense steering wheel in the world.
Turn something down.
So that's a relatively new brand. So we've got a wheelbase in here. Let's just open up that box. This is kind of the motor that gives you the force feedback, because as you're driving around, this will actually turn and counter steer and all that. The coolest thing about this, and why I chose this one, and why I thought of Yi for this one, is because I knew if Yi had a rig, it'd be a drift rig. Right? That'd be the main reason. And if you're getting a drift rig, odds are, it doesn't matter how nice that steering wheel is, you're likely to pull off that wheel and put an RD on there.
Yeah.
So you might lose those buttons, right?
Yeah.
One of the cool things about this is it has built-in buttons on the front of it. So if you want to reset to the pits or flick on your lights or your wipers or whatever, you can do it without having to worry about having buttons.
Programmable then
You can hook them up to absolutely anything on your PC.
Amazing.
So, and the power goes through here and that, so the communications, everything is like, there's no cables or whatever. So that's a class bit of kit. Then we've got these, check out these pedals, are absolutely bonkers as well. You've probably never used ones like this.
Man. Whoa. It's crazy how far it's come, like, I mean.
Insane. So that's your brake. And you even
Can I
get
put some force into this bit?
you even get some like spare elastomers and that.
Wow.
Oh, hey, these are CNC'd.
Yeah,
Billet.
Yeah.
This is too fancy for us. I'm nervous.
This stuff is like, you know, this is as good as it gets, like, especially for a drift rig. Like,
jeez, Lawrence, like, this is incredible, man. Thank you so much. Like,
thank the community.
holy
Like,
crap,
the only
man.
reason I have this stuff is because of the community. The same way you have, you know, you often say in your videos, the only way any of this is happening is because people are watching the video.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly the same thing, and people are contributing to the channel. Companies are sending me stuff because they want me to review it. And today, with some of this, I'm going to be taking some of your notes and your feedback, because it's all I deal with this stuff every day. But I want to know, like, what do you think of this? And so all of your stuff, I'm going to be taking notes.
So far, the impression is good.
The funny thing is, sim racing is at a stage now where stuff like pedals, wheelbases, steering wheels, they're actually becoming more advanced than what you might buy for
it
a
looks
rally
like
car
it, man.
or whatever.
Holy shit.
The work on into this alone is nuts. It's all 3D milled and
and you've got so much adjustability.
I'm into that.
This is a proper, like, I don't think they're FIA certified. Again, this is a Track Racer. That's the Track Racer logo, and the rig has Track Racer on it as well. So I'll give you links for all these as well if anybody wants to buy it. But that's a proper bucket seat. It's a wider one, so that if anybody is of a larger persuasion, they could all.
Because none of us have the frame of a small Japanese man, unfortunately.
And then this is not a brand new PC. I got this on Marketplace, and I will put in my video anyway, I'll put the specs, and I'll send you guys the specs of what, even the things that you need to search if you want a PC that's going to run this. So this came off Marketplace. I had to do a few bits and pieces. There's like a wireless keyboard that I have there. I had to get a wireless adapter so that it can just go onto Wi-Fi. But this will run Assetto Corsa anyway for the rest of your days. I've got a shifter here. So this is like a 3D printed shifter. It looks like a toy. It can handle a hell of an amount of abuse. I wasn't going to bring you a H pattern shifter, but like, you're so JDM, I had to.
Coincidence.
Perfect.
So that's got absolutely everything. I've brought you. Oh man, this is some cool stuff.
Handbrake, is it?
Yeah, we've got a handbrake and a shifter. They both look very, very similar.
Okay.
But this, and you're on about your machining. Look at this. This is how this is how delicately machined this is.
I love that.
Oh, I love that noise.
And this one also pops. So
I'd just be at home doing that all the time. Oh my god, the machining is so good.
A handbrake, and you have a H pattern. So
thank you so much. Holy crap!
No expenses spared. There should be a bit of a click.
Oh yeah.
I'm into it.
Oh, look at the way it falls. Look. Watch.
The vacuum.
Unbelievable.
Let's get it to where it's going to be, and let's get the frame built first.
Yeah. Okay. They have your name on them.
Yeah, no, they're mine.
They're Phillips.
Yeah. They're mine.
Whose?
No, not
Who?
Josh.
Are they yours, Josh?
No, these are Philips.
These are Philips.
These are all these little speakers.
You only bought these because your name's on them. They better make the roar of an RB25 DET
Yeah.
sound dead.
With a 3037 Garrett turbo.
That's what pays for your life, the secret life of selling speakers.
Yeah.
So the sim rig's gonna go here, screen's gonna go here. We might have a bigger screen.
Yeah, go
The massive Juicebox logo could be distracting.
Fuck me.
Just some secret, I don't know, right?
Oh,
Fucking hell.
wouldn't do any less for you lads.
The RX-7 is going.
Sorry to the future viewers of the timeline of how I still haven't finished my car yet. We're just doing all these different side quests that
Side quests are more fun.
side quests are more interesting.
Yeah.
Serious chair.
Yeah. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Maddie, you'll never watch this, but your
TV.
TV came in really handy, hopefully.
What?
Because it is.
Yeah. Well, this is
I'm just helping
first
the
thing
lads.
we thought of. Yeah, just helping the lads here
Helping the lads, right?
in the corner.
Do you need this set? No. I'll just have that. Yeah, take it there.
No, not
Hi, I'm in the video. These are very, very fancy tools. They have to do something now.
So it's got your full-on hitch pattern, right? But if you push it down, go like that,
What?
sequential, and there's a little switch at the side, and then the PC knows it's sequential.
What?
Oh, that looks like that's the way it came.
No, it's that's
See you, Calio.
so there's like the first one.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so you have to kind of know when you're doing it. But watch this.
Oh. How's it feel, Josh?
It's class.
Is it? Feel class?
Okay.
This is fucking class, man. Oh yeah, the brake, like you're saying, it feels like you're touching off the disc. How you getting on?
It's hard.
It is hard, isn't it? I know. Just put Lawrence instead because he can actually use it. It's like, how many more distractions do we need? So how do you feel about giving us like just a huge new black hole? I mean,
It's great because my wife will be delighted and she'll get off my case about having an extra rig in the house.
That's great.
So yeah, so that's it. Like, I don't, it's my first time ever giving away a rig.
Yeah.
And especially with all the trimmings and stuff. So it's class to be able to give something back,
Yeah.
Like not that you're needy children or anything.
yeah, but we really appreciate this. Like, this is like you've really opened up a whole other wormhole for us now of distractions. So
But it's not like I've been on to you for the last couple of years. I'm
Yeah.
saying people do want to give back, for what Juicebox does and
Yeah.
what it means to people. Like, it means probably way more to people than you realize. Like,
Yeah.
and then you ever will realize. And when they meet you, when they get some bit of involvement, the fact even now that you're sim racing, people are going to be like, I have a sim rig, the lads have a sim rig
Yeah.
now. We might meet them online or whatever. That kind of just fills people with a sense of, I guess, excitement and
yeah,
paying you back. And like, my community made this possible. If I didn't have my community and
Yeah.
people watching my videos, we wouldn't have any of this stuff. So
that's pretty incredible.
the fact that we can share it now, because like I could give it away as a prize. I could give it to one person and they might never use it.
Yeah.
Here, because of the amount of people, the
Oh, this will
footfall
get
here,
used.
It'll just be a bit of crack.
Yeah.
It'll be an excuse to hang out, and that's exactly what the whole thing is about. For
Yeah.
me as well, with the group of people that I drift with, drive with, just hanging out is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Like.
Thank you so much. It's hilarious between the RC drifting and then hooking a sim rig. There's literally nothing ever going to happen ever again. But I don't know. Sorry for not finishing in 8.6. Sorry for all the other things that were delaying. But I don't know. We're just trying to have a bit of fun in a couple of sheds and have the crack. And yeah, thank you so much, man. Really
No worries.
appreciate it. And thanks for bringing it all down in an S13.
That was
to
a
me,
challenge.
that's like the funniest thing ever. So
It was worth it. It was. I like. That's how the Juicebox video would start.
Yeah, it would.
In my mind, it's like if Juicebox got a sim rig, it'd be delivered in something silly.
yeah, I really appreciated that. Josh, you seem to be like getting the hang of it.
Spinning out.
Or spinning out.
Just turning his face out.
Yeah. We're doomed. Great. Goodbye.